Dr. Martins is already with us. Yes. Jaguar and Puma. Hello.
Hello, ma'am. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. Just share your presentation with us, please. And 10 minutes is yours.
Thank you so much. Just let me know, please, if you can see my screen.
Yes, we can see your screen, but we do not see you. The video on.
Oh, I'm sorry.
The camera. You are not on the camera.
I'm so sorry. The screen you can see, right?
Screen is okay, yes.
Okay. Okay. I'm not able to connect my camera.
Okay, no problem. Just start with the presentation then. Okay, no problem.
Sure. Is it a full screen, ma'am?
Not yet. It is now. Yes. I've already presented you, Claudia, before because we didn't know that you are not that you were not with us. So please just start.
I'm sorry for that. Maybe problem with my time scheduling here. I'm sorry. Okay, good morning, professors, delegates, and learners. I'm very happy for being here with you. Thank you for having me. It's a pleasure and an honor. I brought today some insights from my doctorate course, the research I have performed in the last 4 years. And here we have the largest cats of Americas. So we have Jaguar, we have Puma, however, with very low population density. Jaguar is critically endangered and Puma is endangered. I will show you later the size of the study area we have done this work, so you can see why I mentioned the low population densities related to the continental area of the country. These are the assessments of the last study performed in 2013. But why to bother about the Jaguar and Puma, someone may say? Well, both Jaguar and Puma, they are apex predators. They are charismatic species. They indicate habitat integrity, and their biology and ecology make them roaming species. They demand large areas to survive, and they do not acknowledge borders. This is a figure that belongs to human species, right? Borders. So they are what we call umbrella species. And these characteristics of Jaguar and Puma have caused events of persecution and poaching with major loss for their populations. The threats they face are all related to co-occurrence with humans. So roads open in before pristine areas, also mining, deforestation for logging or other land uses, poaching, diseases for proximity with humans or their domestic animals, and new land uses for establishment of renewables, either wind farms or solar farms. In the place where I work, we have all these together. So we have traditional land uses and livelihoods, and we also have new land uses demanding large areas. This is more critical when we consider that these new land uses are established in sensitive ecosystems like highlands. And these highlands were the places where pastoralists used to free range their animals, their livestock. They are also the places where resources very important for semi-arid, such as water and dense vegetation, they occur. And they assure also wildlife and traditional communities to thrive in the long, dry season we used to face here every year, and some years for more than 3, 4, 5, even 7 years we have faced some droughts. It's true that human population has increased, but human development indexes are very low, and governments do not assure them the same amenities that cities provide, such as water and sanitation, energy, solid waste treatment, and other facilities we have in cities. So people, they face this lack of resources that we consider rights, basic rights, and they also have to share territory with these predators, Jaguar and Puma. So what we have here is a scenario of human-wildlife conflict. When wildlife impact humans, humans impact wildlife, or humans disagree among them because wildlife management. This is just something to illustrate how important are protected areas. Protected areas are an effective tool to prevent deforestation and other threats to environment. This is from another biome, okay, this is in Amazonia, but then you can see how important it is to preserve environment, flora and fauna in these places. In Caatinga, do we have protected areas? Yes, we do have protected areas. However, you can find in those 5 maps the 5 major threats to Caatinga protected areas. So human population density, infrastructure, grazing, logging, and fire. And even within protected areas, we have many degraded areas in this biome, which is the semi-arid most populous in the whole world. So we face dilemmas. These dilemmas are faced by researchers, managers, public administration. I share with you what do we face as dilemmas. How can we deal with green on green controversies? How can we deal with trade-offs between the immediate economic gains of resource consumption for local residents and the long-term benefits of biological conservation? How can we deal with questions of procedure and distributive justice? And also ethical dilemmas. Should we promote behavior changes when we deal with communities already neglected to protect a wild species? Is it possible, and how to conciliate the right to existence of jaguars and pumas if they coexist or they share territory with the traditional communities? And if there are so many stakeholders involved, farmers, pastoralists, managers, NGOs, corporations, how to bring ethics to the negotiation? If someone is doing it, if so, is it being successful? So when we discuss human-wildlife conflicts, where is the balance, the weight of the balance? Most probably in the not in the carnivores, but maybe in the lack of governance or the weak governance. So we need to find out that, okay? So within this protected area and its surroundings, it is called National Park, Boqueirão da Onça National Park, and the Boqueirão da Onça Environmental Protected Area. You can see its location in the Brazilian map and also in northeastern map. It is very close from the 6th largest artificial lake in the world, Sobradinho Dam. So we have that polygon of protected areas. And in that area, I have applied a semi-structured questionnaire in 27 sites. Okay, all this research was done, of course, before the pandemic, and the total area of the place is approximately 9,000 square kilometers. Some results are brought to you just for we to have some reflections on that together. So people perceive risk to their livelihoods because of proximity with jaguar and puma. they perceive more risk to livelihoods than they perceive the risk to personal safety. Also, people are more intolerant to proximity with jaguar compared to puma. And they believe that proximity will bring more problems than benefits, which is very interesting when we consider the potential of sharing territory with the charismatic species that can bring ecotourism or other resources for traditional communities. When we try to understand what determines attitudes toward jaguars and pumas, we find out that social norm and experience, personal experience with the species, are before any other variable, and they determine negative attitudes. That is the blue line with the blue dot. Negative attitudes and the variables we are assessing. Land tenure and socioeconomic aspects related to traditional livelihoods are also there. Knowledge, gender, age, feelings, we assess all those variables, but they were discarded by the analysis. So we can see what matters when we study and try to describe and understand and predict human dimensions in the human-wildlife conflict studies. So some findings I brought to you too. Some findings and discussions. We know modern land uses are there. We know the threats related to that. So roads in pristine areas, increased access to hunters, also decrease in natural pre-availability, and the disturbance in carnivores' movement patterns. That, combined with traditional husbandry practices, has promoted an increase of livestock depredation, of course, an increase of human-wildlife conflicts. So that is the findings. This is a pioneer study made in the area, so it's important. I have seen the other presentations of our lecturers, and I was almost saying, okay, what I find here was already found in other places, but still it's important for us to bring this to light, for it to understand and maybe to promote some changes. Also,
I'm sorry, Dr. Martins, but I will have to interrupt you because we are in a hurry in a way. So please, can you conclude your presentation?
Yes, I'm on the last slide. So we have a few number of protected areas. We know how degraded and fragmented the habitats surrounding it they are, and we also assess the human dimensions of human-wildlife conflicts that together increase the intolerance towards carnivores and co-occurrence. Finally, we understand the problem is with carnivores co-occurrence, yes, but the weight is much higher when you consider governance, lack of governance or weak governance. We have the framework for a good governance. So it is our responsibility, of course, as managers, as researchers and decision takers, to improve co-occurrence and still acknowledge strong cultural features of Caatinga dwellers and respect their traditional livelihoods. Everything we are talking here, it is called governance. So if we are to change something, we need to change the way we design and discuss and avail and implement our projects, programs, and policies. Thank you so much. I'm sorry because I exceed the time, but I'm available anytime for any further.
Thank you very much, Dr. Martins, for this interesting presentation.